Hello and welcome to another episode of Motors for the Masses Reviews the Grand Tour. This week they were coming from Germany, so we thought, in honour of Germany's Black Forest, we'll come to our forest. So this is our local forest, and here we are. It's a bit chilly, but it's mild, and it's
cold,
calm, and peaceful.
and cold.
Well, it was until we got here. And a little bit chilly.
And cold.
So the introduction this week started off, they were going through the countryside with the red Audi R8, the silver Mercedes SLS, and the yellow Porsche Cayman S.
All
Stuttgart's outskirts.
Manufactured vehicles, aren't they?
Yes. Oh yes. But it was a very good location, I thought, as they pulled into that sort of old castle type courtyard area.
Yep.
Very nice.
I've never been to Germany. I'd quite like to go there and have a look around.
I've been to Germany once, and that was to an army base, and that was it.
Yeah.
I went to an army base, then I went to a swimming pool which was full of hairy women, and then back to the army base. That's all I did in 2 weeks. No, I lie.
Of the armpit hair.
I lie. For 72 hours, I did leave the army base. I got into the back of a 4-ton truck. We went through the forest and then got into a tank where I stayed for the next 2 days, running in and out of tanks.
Joy.
Firing at a target that we had no idea where it was. And tanks seem to be a theme of this week's
There was a tank. Yeah.
stupidity, shall we say.
Yeah.
Yes. I thought it was a great beginning. Really enjoyed it. It summed up the area. And I thought the crowd was very receptive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
There's a
very...
bit of participation there.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen happy Germans. But that seems to be the reputation that England has of them.
They're very straight people, aren't they?
Yes.
They're
I mean, they do like laws. And, I mean, is that something that's...
Well, do they like
hereditary?
laws, or do they just, the laws are there, we will abide by them?
Or do you think that's something that's been passed down through generations from
They just conform
that
to
kind of
whatever the
era,
rules
that they
are?
conform to whatever they're told to do?
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know. You know, again, that's not stereotyping and saying that everybody's a mini Nazi. I'm not saying that at all.
No.
So don't complain, because that's not what I'm saying. But what is the reason why they are so very much into their laws, black and white, that's it, deal with it?
I like the story about the driving licence thing.
Yes, the driving licence story was quite amusing.
It's not possible to drive without a licence.
You just can't.
I beg to differ.
Really?
Yeah,
You've driven without a licence?
absolutely. Haven't you?
No.
You must have done.
No.
You didn't learn to drive before you got a driving licence?
No, I didn't.
Really?
Really?
I didn't say I did it on the road.
Ah.
I said I drove a car without a licence.
Ah. Not on the road.
Not on the road.
Ah, I see.
Private car park and stuff.
Right. They didn't seem like that guy, Andreas Kastorf.
Ah, yeah, the
They seem to dislike him.
the green man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They seem to be very much into their
They tried to ban it. I mean, what? Well,
Yes.
He tried to ban it.
banned cars from the city. God. Is that what was it like Boris Johnson? The Boris
Oh,
Johnson
with
of
Boris bikes,
yeah, the Boris Johnson of Germany.
maybe.
He looks quite German, doesn't he, Boris? He's got Boris as a Russian name. Yes. He's a Russian-German hybrid. I thought the bit where Jezza said that the Germans seem to be the only ones that know how to make a car, I agree with him. I mean, I drive a Mercedes as my daily driver, and it's great. You know, German cars have got great engines, great build quality, great reliability.
They're
You know,
just generally good cars, aren't they?
yes, they tick all the boxes, that's the thing. And they still look good.
Yeah.
A lot of them have big presence. You know, they're big, massive cars that
Well, they're luxury
scream,
cars, aren't
get
they?
out of my way.
It's all about.
Yeah, but even when you go down to like the Golf and the Polos and stuff like that, they're cheap little cars, but
Yeah.
they're made well.
Yeah. Just a shame about the whole emissions thing. I had to go there.
Shame about the what?
The emissions thing. With the emissions defeat thing. You must
speak
know
a bit
about
louder.
it. You must know about that. The emissions. on Volkswagens.
No.
Really?
Really?
It's a massive doodah about it.
Really?
Hoo-ha, yeah. They've been selling cars for God knows how long with a bit of software, I suppose, in there that the car detects that it's in a test situation and it reduces the emissions for like MOTs and things. And then when you're out on the road, who knows, because it's sat there idling for a time or whatever, I don't know. Then when you're back out on the road, it pumps everything back up. Yeah, you get better performance, but you're also spewing out much more CO2s than is stated on your...
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Audis and Volkswagens, I think it is. Anything, the VW group, I'd imagine. Diesels.
Did you know that?
Of course they did. Everyone knows. I can't believe you don't know about it.
When did that become...
It's a massive scandal.
Well, when did that become the scandal?
This year.
This year?
Yeah. 2016.
Yeah, but let's be honest, I spent most of this year with my head up a psychology book.
Yeah. You need to look at the news.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Seriously. Yeah. That was a massive thing.
Consider myself stupid.
You're going to have to look that up now, aren't you?
I am. So the next bit they went on to was the Honda NSX.
Yeah.
The red one.
I was never a big fan of the original NSX. I don't like it.
The 1991 was, it's a strange shape.
Mm.
The back end is a bit too long.
Is that where the engine is in those? It's in the back, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mid-engine.
Yes, mid-engine.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's like a too long. I mean, look at a Ferrari. A Ferrari doesn't look like, oh, you can definitely tell the engine in the back.
Yeah, they tend to have a long nose, don't they?
But it's unique, I suppose. It's different. You don't see many around.
Is that possibly because they were ridiculously overpriced?
Well, maybe, I don't know. Rowan Atkinson's got one, hasn't he?
Doesn't surprise me. He's got a McLaren as well. Or he had a McLaren, if he's still got it.
McLaren F1. He's sold it now, hasn't he?
I don't know, possibly.
I think he's sold it.
Yeah.
But and he's an Aston Martin man, isn't he? And then the new 2016 Honda NSX.
Yeah. It's still ridiculously overpriced. It's a
It is
Honda.
£138,000. They compared it to the Porsche 911 Turbo
S, is it?
S or something. I don't know. They're all the bloody same. I can't work out what's the difference. Which would you have?
If I could only have one of those two,
Yeah.
the Turbo S or the...
Or the NSX?
Well, let's face it, all Porsches.
Are photocopied cars.
Yeah, they're all the same. It's just with a bigger price tag.
I
So
mean-
I'd rather have something that looked different, that you're not going to see many of. Let's face it, who's going to spend 138 grand on a Honda? They make lawnmowers.
Yeah.
They're the good lawnmowers, don't get me wrong.
And motorbikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend 138,000 on it, but I love the look of it.
I think we've been down the route of what Honda would you have before, and I think the S2000's the only one I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a V6.
I think we're not going to see massive engines anymore. I think we're on engine decline.
It seems, unfortunately, V8s and V10s are disappearing, and they're preferring the twin-turbo V6s.
Well, it's a small, light engine with heaps of power.
Well, it is now. Obviously, years ago,
Yeah,
it
not
wasn't.
back in the day, but now. No,
The 3-litre Cologne V6 or 3-litre Essex V6
the
was
Essex, yeah.
damn much, a lot more heavier than a Rover
Well,
V8.
it was all cast iron, wasn't it? It's not
Yeah.
all aluminium like it is now.
Yeah.
But-
NSX,
And it's
3.5-litre twin-turbo V6, 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds.
And what do you compare that to? 3.5 litre. What the GTR is that 3.5 litre, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So it's the same, basically the same size engine.
Yeah, it wasn't as quick as the GTR,
No,
but obviously it doesn't have four-wheel drive, does it?
well it does. You've got electric motors up front.
Oh, of course it does. Yes.
Yeah. So it's a kind of hybrid 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not true four-wheel drive. It's like a, like you say,
No,
the
it
electric
hasn't
motors are
got-
running the.
Yeah, it hasn't got drive shafts from the engine.
No.
So yeah, I'd always have a GTR over the Honda, but
Yeah, I would.
I would
Definitely.
think it would need to. It should. I think, in my opinion.
And a GTR's a lot cheaper.
How much is a GTR?
New one, 70 grand.
Oh yeah, definitely have a GTR then.
But originally, when they first came out, they were 50,000.
Hmm.
Then they reinvented it and brought out the new one. There is, I think, the Nismo version's about 120 or something stupid
No,
like
you don't
that.
need any of that nonsense. Just a normal one will do.
Well, the normal one, just change the exhaust system, do a couple of little extras,
Yeah.
and you can get one hell of a car.
Yeah.
I mean, standard, they're pretty damn awesome.
Well, the way they build the engines in the hermetically sealed workshops and things, and those space gets in there, it's just brilliant.
But they said it was
Lot of effort.
slower than the competition.
Yeah.
But at the
I
end
mean,
of the
is that because it's carrying batteries and motors around?
I
If you
don't
took
know.
all that guff out and just had the engine driving the back wheels,
But the competition is like the McLaren 570S, the Porsche 911 Carrera,
Turbo S,
Cayman
whatever.
Turbo S, whatever the
Yeah,
hell.
whatever that is.
Yeah, something that's 911 shaped
Yeah,
with a different engine.
in the wrong place.
Top speed of 191 miles an hour. That's quick enough. It's churning out a lot of power. 573 horsepower? I think they said.
Is that with the electric motors?
I think that's all together. Yes,
Yeah,
once
yeah,
it's all
it's a
powering
total
up together. One thing that James said when he was driving it though is that it makes you feel as though you're driving fast, but you're relaxing.
Relaxed, yeah.
Well, that's not how it's supposed to be.
No, you should be on the edge of your seat.
Exactly. Driving
Gritted
a car
teeth,
fast.
white knuckles, having fun.
The excitement comes from the edge of the, driving on the edge.
Seat
And
of your pants
is it going to kick
experience
out?
type thing.
Is my arse end going to go past me?
Well, it did twitch, didn't it?
Yeah, but there
It-
should
it
be.
went, even when James was driving, I think he had the back end going a little bit.
That's my only complaint with that and the GTR.
Oh, yeah, but the GTR, you can
So many computers are sorting it out
absolutely
for you.
hammer that into the corner. You can get it to go. But
Yes, as we've seen by many.
the levels of grip
crashes
that
and
thing has got. is
God knows what.
Yeah.
In fact, here's a compilation of a few crashed Nissans coming up right now.
Yeah.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom's ours to take.
And look who was back this week.
The Fat Yank.
I really don't like that guy at all. I don't even
was he-
find him ironic. I don't find him
No, I've got
amusing.
past even the Clarkson point of view of thinking that'll just do
Yeah.
that because it's annoying.
It's just
It's just irritating.
his attitude, and I'm sure it's probably put on,
I suspect it probably
but
is.
it grates on you.
What was he whining about this week?
Oh, he was banging on about one. It shouldn't be electric. That should be for household appliances.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, as far as he's concerned, by the looks of it, anything that doesn't have a 1970s Mopar V8 or something, or
Yeah.
big block V8,
Yeah.
is just crap. Well, I can sort of agree with him on that. Not agree with him, but I can see his point because I love a nice 70s V8.
Absolutely. But then there
But-
are things like the Tesla, that
Yes.
super duper one, the P120D or whatever it is,
Yeah.
that, let's face it, leaves a Hellcat standing.
Well, the difference between him and me is that whereas he thinks everything that isn't a massive chunking V8 is crap, I appreciate
All
the
the other
technology and all the other superb cars that are out there.
Yeah.
Whereas he just thinks if it's not American and doesn't do a burnout for 12 miles, then it's shit. No, you're shit.
Absolutely. 100%
Please.
agree.
Piss off.
I really don't want to see him in Series 2.
No. He's just, every time you see his face, he's got that miserable look on his face. What's this thing? What was it? There's something he said in particular. I wrote it down. Oh, yeah, this was it. He said it was a loser's Cadillac. How could he even put Cadillac in the same bracket?
All the new
Is that-
Cadillacs are shit, aren't they?
Cadillacs are plastic and cheap and okay, they have their reputation for being.
Yeah, but that was back in the 50s.
That was exactly it. That was in the
Yeah.
1950s. Now they're just another plastic car.
And it's American cheap plastic as well.
Can he really call that car a loser's Cadillac? What? Where is his head at?
I don't even think it compares to something like
It's not even in the same league.
No.
What an idiot. What do you think of this fat American? Seriously. Do you think he should be returned for, returned for Series 2 or returned to America?
Yeah, go back to your NASCAR.
I think they should stick him on a cargo plane because he wouldn't appreciate modern technology of a jet.
No,
So
it's on an old
Stick him on an old Russian cargo plane.
DC-3 or
Oh
something.
no, it won't be Russian. Stick him on something American. Stick him
No,
on
do put him on something Russian. Communist plane, brilliant.
Perfect. Yes. There you go. You're going back on a Kalashnikov. That's a gun, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there is one called something Nov, isn't there?
Kostov or something. I don't know. They've all got ov at the end. haven't they?
Antonov.
Antonov. That's it. Stick
Yeah,
him on the
big
back of
old
an
plane.
Antonov,
Yeah.
strapped to a V8 with a parachute. Kick him out
Go down with that.
when they get over. I don't know the forests of Central America.
No, drop him in Canada.
Kick him out. Wherever NASCAR country is, Texas. Kick him out over Texas.
Texas.
With a bit of luck, he'll get blown over to Mexico.